Welcome back. It's a hot button topic, both nationally and here in our state. Should certain books be banned from school libraries? Now, in Maryland, the Freedom to Read Act was signed into law last year. It requires school systems institute a process to prevent book bans. But a book was recently banned in Harford County. And I'm joined now by Baltimore Banner reporter Kristen Griffith. Thank you so much for joining us, Kristen. The book banned is a young adult novel called Flamer. It's won some literary awards. It does reference sexual acts. It's about a young man's experience being bullied because he's gay. Now, in your report, Kristen, if I can get this straight, you say a parent complained about the book. So a committee was formed to read the book, look at the book. They did. They decided it should not be banned. Then that parent appealed, and then it went in front of the school board.
Correct.
And where are we now?
It went in front of the school board, and the school board decided to get rid of it. They voted 5-3 to do that in a June 26 meeting. So right now, the book Flamer is not in middle or high schools.
So this is really important because it could set a precedent. And theoretically, the school board should be nonpartisan. They should simply look at, I assume, the values of this book. What does this do to the Freedom to Read Act, though? Because isn't this counter to that?
That's a great question. The Freedom to Read Act was created, as you mentioned, to prevent this kind of thing from happening. It also says that it gives a lot of leeway to school districts to create their own procedures on how the review process works. In Harford County's procedures, a parent has the right to appeal it to their local school board. If their local school board feels some type of way, and we have seen in more conservative districts that more book bans happen there, then you have a potentially a system where even though this law exists, maybe more people will challenge it if they have in their rules that it can be appealed to a board. So it's possible it could happen again, despite this law being in effect. However, the state board, the decision by the local school board, by Harford County School Board, that was appealed to the state board, and the state board will then give their judgment and evaluate if the law was interpreted correctly, if procedures were interpreted correctly when Harford's board decided to keep this book in schools.
And that's where we are right now.
And that's where we are right now. And it will be interesting to see what happens after the state makes their decision. Will they then set a precedent if they decide to side with the selection committee that agreed to keep the book? Will other districts be allowed to continue appealing to school boards? Will they be allowed to continue banning books? It's very interesting, and we're keeping an eye on it.
All right, so that's where we are with it. All right, and this could set a huge precedent. And it's ironic because you could read the book in one school district and not read it in the other district.
That's a great point.
Very involved report. We just sort of touched the surface here. I urge you, if you're interested in the subject, give it a read. Thank you for joining us, Kristen.
Thank you for having me.
And if you'd like to read her story and other independent reporting from our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, head to thebanner.com.